next guest from The Daily Show and also his own very funny YouTube channel, which I recommend you check out wherever YouTube is sold. Please welcome Josh Johnson.
Good, how about you?
Josh, you're very polite. You said, may I say hello to Guillermo? And of course, anyone can always say hello to Guillermo.
Hey, Guillermo.
Hi, how are you?
I like this
You look
suit.
good.
Oh, thank you, man.
It's spectacular.
I appreciate you.
I think my grandma had this couch, actually.
Exactly. I saw Grandma Couch and I was like, inspiration.
I first want to say that I've been watching you on YouTube, and what you do on YouTube is unbelievable to me because every single week, you do this whole hour of great material, and I find it shocking that you can do that much material. I really do.
It is wild to know that you're watching. Like that, because you see, you see numbers, and I'm always appreciative of the comments and the live and everything. Like the live is super important because we make a little community where everybody is chatting and checking in with each other and everything, which is really, really special. But then you go do shows or you have a meet and greet or something, and then you meet someone who's like, oh, I watch, and that's always wild, because it's like most of social is numbers.
Right, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so then when you finally meet the people who are making up the numbers, is very special. So the idea that you are watching, I'll do better. I promise.
You don't need to do better. You're doing great
that's
as
very
it is.
kind.
And you just got promoted to one of the hosts of The Daily Show from Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a whole different animal, really.
It is, it
right?
is. It's actually, it's crazy because, I don't know, it just feels like so much is happening at one time. Next week, we'll make my 10-year anniversary living in New York and everything. And that next week, I'm also gonna get to host The Daily Show again. So,
wow. That's special, right?
Yeah.
You moved here from where?
I grew up in Louisiana and moved here from Chicago.
Was it, okay, well, Chicago's a big city, obviously, but
Yeah.
it must have been somewhat of a culture shock moving to here. When you say here, you mean Brooklyn or you mean the New York area?
Oh, I mean Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
I've
yeah.
been, yeah. Yeah, because when you grow up in Louisiana, a lot of the stereotypes are true. You're raised to be super polite, make sure you always mind your manners, mind your elders and stuff like that. Not everybody does it, but it's what you're supposed to do. And so then I moved to New York, and everything is just a bit faster. I think a lot of New Yorkers get this bad rap that New Yorkers are rude or something, and I don't really, people that I know who are from New York, who live in New York, born, raised in New York, are not rude people. You are in the way. It's just, because it's crazy, because here's the thing that happens with New York. I feel like that I travel all around the country, I've been very blessed to, and the thing that people don't get about really big cities is that if you moved all of New York to Akron, Ohio, people in Akron, Ohio would also be like, can you move? That's a product of all of us being on top of each other. I actually think we do very well to be on top of each other and get along the way that we do.
There are a lot of good things about being on top of each other.
100%. And look, don't get me wrong, there's bad stuff. There's plenty of bad stuff. When I moved here, I was here a couple months. It took me a while to make my friends and everything like that. And early on living here, I had my identity stolen.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and it just, okay. It had been a while. I moved. I didn't have much money when I moved or anything, and so I was actually on a date, and while I was on this date, my date goes to the bathroom. While my date is in the bathroom, I get a call from Chase Bank. This is back when they would still call when something was wrong.
Uh-huh.
And I pick up, and they're like, Are you out purchasing ski equipment in Arizona right now? And I was like, no, I'm in New York. I moved from like Chicago. I grew up in Louisiana. You know, you give them your life story and everything. And then they were like, oh, well, it looks like there's some fraudulent activity on your account. We're gonna have to shut down your card and everything. And I was like, can you please let them steal for 30 more minutes? And like, cause I was over here just like pleading with, and she's on the phone like, well, now that you've acknowledged that there's fraudulent activity, I can't just like continue to let charges rack up all. And I'm on the phone like, ma'am, please, it's going okay. I don't know anybody. You know, and then as she's like, no, we have a policy and everything, I'm over here like looking for the server. I'm like, and I'm just on the phone like, you know, you do what you gotta do. I understand. Run it now. Run it now. And basically, you know, I'm not supposed to tell anybody, so this was a decade ago, and I hope that she has moved up in the Chase corporate world. I
would hope so.
But yeah, she did let me keep it on for like a little bit.
That's a nice lady, that's for sure.
That was very kind.
Yeah. What advice, so as a person who's moved here, what advice would you give somebody who moves to the city, who's new here?
Okay. Because I've been on a bit of a crusade. Because you know from like being born here and everything that there are certain things that happen here that don't happen anywhere else, and you have to protect yourself, you know? When you go out, please wear like real footwear. like shoes. Like I'm begging you to wear shoes. This is not a sandal city.
It is
like, it's so genuinely insane. You have to worry about threats on the ground and threats from above and everything. The threats from above are like the mystery drip. You ever had that drip?
Yeah.
You get the drip, and you look up, and you pray it's an air conditioner. Because it's too sunny to be raining. And then you see nothing, and you're like, I'm gonna carry that with me the rest of my life. And then, you're just out walking. I have friends who I've begged, stop. Don't, at least while you're in the city, or when you're in Brooklyn, stop wearing Crocs. You're not safe. I understand they're breathable, they're comfortable, but it's not the place for that. I was walking with my friend. He's in the middle of defending his Crocs. He's like, look at you, all tight. I can see laces pulled tight and everything. I'm comfortable, my feet breathable. You're gonna take off those shoes, it's gonna stink. I don't have that problem. I got the Crocs on, right? And because this is New York, a rat ran across our path. And you could tell the rat had like hesitation, you know what I mean? Because like, the rat, like I had kind of clocked the rat a little bit ahead and thought it might run or go back the other way. And it was almost like a deer in the road where it was like, I think I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go. And then it finally just sprinted across, but we had met its path by then. And so it ran over both my feet. But I had on shoes. Like I was under, protection. My buddy had Crocs, and he was walking right alongside me. And so as the rat tried to run over his feet, you know like when football players are in spring training, they do those tires? And so the rat is over here putting in work, trying to get through each hole. And then first 2 holes, it clears, no problem. 3rd hole, rat trip. And the rat trips and falls, and actually falls into another hole. And the rat, you can hear the rat freaking out. You hear the like, you know what I mean? Like the... and it's trying to get up. All of this took place over the course of like half of a second. But it might as well have been his entire day, because we both watched the rat fight to get out as best as possible. It finally like unplugged one foot, unplugged the other foot, and then ran away. And then my friend is standing next to me like, oh! Oh! I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when you wear these Swiss cheese shoes. Like, you know?
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
You put that on a poster, hang it in the subway.
No, absolutely. I mean, the subway is its own issue. Because the subway, they will have you on the subway telling you something that might be important. And I feel like they broke the intercom on purpose. I feel like the first day, someone's first day, someone ran up to like that booth. You know the booth at the train where the person works who does not care about your problem? They have to deal with enough, and now you're running up being like, he's weird. I feel like they broke the intercom on the first day, and that's why they're like, arr, arr, arr. All that ever is them saying, I'm not getting from behind the glass. Like, there's nothing you could do to make me get from behind the glass.
So what is it? Next week, you are hosting The Daily Show, or is the week after that?
Next week, I'm gonna be hosting The Daily Show October 7th through the 9th.
Beautiful.
It's like, yeah, I have to say, I'm gonna do my best to do as great of a job as you do.
Well, listen, you're doing a pretty great job. So
I mean, that's very kind, but you have the president watching you. Like,
Let's hope not.
You know what I mean?
Josh Johnson, everybody, is The Daily Show on Comedy Central. And check out his YouTube page at Josh Johnson Comedy. We'll be right back with Public Enemy.